The latest playoff rankings are out. How many Big Ten teams will wind up in the playoff after a wild week of games in the Big Ten? And we make our picks for Week 12 on today's Locked On Big Ten Squad.
You're talking ball with the Big Ten Squad, sponsored by Game Time. From USC to Ohio State, from Michigan to Oregon, from Nebraska to Washington, it's the local experts of the Locked On Podcast Network bringing you scoops, breakdowns, and the most comprehensive preview of the upcoming Big Ten weekend. No hurt feelings and thin skin allowed. Squad up, you're part of the Big Ten Squad.
Everybody, welcome to this week's Locked On Big Ten Squad. I can't believe Rutgers doesn't get any love in our Big Ten Squad intro. Can we change that, bosses that are listening to or watching this fine program? I'm your host, Spencer McLaughlin. Craig Sheeman of Locked On Big Ten is here. Mark Koken, Locked On USC, no microphone and all. Roman Tomashoff, Locked On Huskies. Jay Stevens, Locked On Buckeyes. Jacob Goins, Locked On Hoosiers. Trent Condon, Locked On Hawkeyes. Trent, GG's. Matt Sheehan of Locked On Spartans exists. He's a real person.
Yeah,
he's here.
Had to jump on, talk about all of our wins since the last time I've been on. I mean,
yeah,
it's the same old. We're racking up the victories. We're staying out of headlines. It's all good in the hood over here, guys.
Or the 14 football wins you had to abscond today. I don't know which one we want to talk about.
Yeah, they didn't happen.
I understand that this is all about the trash talk, but I got bad news for you guys. I'm already beaten to an apathetic pulp. Like, there's nothing you can say that's going to, rile me up or get under my skin. So you can feel free to tee off. Just
I had a legitimate question about this. After this, what is Michigan State's last actual football win that is not vacated?
Roman, we're all acting like we just forgot about the Peach Bowl in 2021 against Pitt's seventh-string quarterback. We're just gonna act like that didn't happen. Please, you casuals.
2021?
Yep, 2021.
So were this year's wins vacated as well?
No, because we don't have any Spencer, at least no Big Ten wins. So I guess that Boston College double overtime win still counts. So
wait,
Here.
nice.
Yeah,
look, Zach Seiko of Locked On Any Lines here. Why the heck not? Let's start with the playoff rankings, guys. Craig, I want to go to you first. Big Ten, I think, is in a good spot. What?
No.
What do you mean no? You don't get to show up late. Oh my gosh, Herrings is here? We have 10 people. What's happening?
There's not even this many Big Ten teams. What is going on right now?
No, there can't possibly be. Well,
Ryan's almost here. Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Hey! Herrings is here. All right, so.
Best squad ever.
Craig.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't catch that, Mark. That's okay. Craig, how many Big Ten teams you think we're sending to the playoff? It feels like if we can get 10 hosts here to the Locked On Big Ten Squad, then the Big Ten should be able to get, 12 teams into the playoff? I mean, Greg Sankey's out there talking about getting 8 SEC teams in, and I almost went Billy Bean and flipped over my desk.
I agree with you on that. It drives me nuts, the arrogance of the SEC people. Just think they get every single spot. Sadly, I think we're looking at 3 with Ohio State, Indiana, and I think that the Oregon-USC game will be an elimination game, even though I think no matter who wins, I mean, if you have 2 losses for the Big Ten, I think you should be in. But sadly, I think Oregon's right there. If they lose to USC, I think USC gets in, Oregon's out, and if Oregon wins, then they're squarely in. They're good to go, but I think we're looking at 3. I'm hoping for 4.
Did you notice how diplomatic Craig was there? He could have set himself up to annoy me or Mark. And Mark, he just took the path of least resistance. Can you believe this coward hosts our Big Ten show?
Craig knows that I've got bigger fish to fry this week if I could even consider going after that other team up north. So, yeah, I got Iowa on my mind right now. I have a little bit of a
one game at a time.
You hear that, Trent? He just can't stop thinking about Iowa. How do you feel about a bounce back potential for the Hawkeyes after their playoff hopes were dashed?
Well, it's incredibly frustrating. You know how close Iowa was against Oregon and Indiana, and going back to the Iowa State game even, and just how different this conversation can be. It's tough. I mean, it's tough as what we do on a daily basis to kind of bounce back when you have those hopes that you thought you were going to have a year ago and they were dashed early in the season. It's difficult to bounce back, and listening to the Hawkeye players on Tuesday during the media availability, I don't know. I have a feeling maybe Oregon's going to beat them twice. I don't know what kind of effort the Hawkeyes are going to get Saturday.
Speaking of effort, Herrings, Can we get a round of applause for Ryan Herrings and the Wisconsin Badgers? Roman, you knew we were going there eventually, because speaking of Big Ten teams that will not be in the playoff this year, Washington in that camp, thanks only, Ryan, to your Wisconsin Badgers. By the way, you look like you de-aged 10 years since you last showed up to the squad.
You're looking svelte. Yes.
It was a plucky effort. And listen, well, some of y'all I'm down in the heart of SEC country right now in a hotel in Birmingham. So
I was wondering where that y'all came from. Go ahead.
I'm down in the heart of SEC country, but while some of you are contemplating playoff runs, the road to bowl eligibility for the Badgers started last weekend. It's going to continue this weekend against Jacob. This team is rolling right now with one in a row. That is a streak. That is a data point we're going to count. So, yeah, forget the playoffs. The road to bowl eligibility started last weekend for Wisconsin.
Stako, it almost started for Penn State. Almost.
We only lost by 3. Let's go.
Yeah! Hire the interim.
I won't go that far, but I really do respect what Terry Smith has done as the interim head coach. It's crazy over here. It's Eli Drinkwitz. I got a text today that Brian Kelly, that there's some mutual interest there. Yeah, I know.
No.
So
Do it.
I'm not okay with that. Not in the slightest.
Actually, I'm kind of with Mark on this one.
Wait, I'm gonna ruffle some feathers here. Penn State's not alone. Michigan State also
don't
had
call
a phone call.
What a tough day for Michigan State.
No, every day is sunny and 85 in East Lansing. No, come on.
Basketball season, Sheehan. Basketball season, baby.
Hey, the Hoosiers are the highest scoring team in America. I digress.
Boom. 18th in Kempom, by the way. And we're
I really thought we could talk about this Michigan State-Arkansas basketball game on Saturday. I think I've been conned. I've been duped. This is how I was roped into this in the first place. I didn't know we were going to do bad.
By the way, Sheehan, are you subconsciously flipping off somebody off camera there?
No, that's nope. We got 2 going up right now.
Okay.
No,
I thought that was you just to the football program in East Lansing. I'm over it, man. I'm done.
That direction would be the other hand, unfortunately. But I do like the sentiment there. I wish I was that smart to think about that on the fly, but I'm not. So thanks for the credit, though. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I want to get to the other side of the most shocking eventual outcome on Saturday. Roman, what happened in Madison?
Just the worst disaster I've seen in a very long time for Washington football. And it's unfortunate where there were several injuries, right? Jonah Coleman goes down. Denzel Boston goes down. Washington starting center Landon Hatchett was apparently playing with a club on his right hand, so he had to snap the ball with his left and was out of the game by the end of the first quarter because that didn't work. Right tackle Drew Azzopardi goes down. Starting nickel Rashawn Clark hyperextends his knee. So that part was a disaster.
Was this all in the same game?
Yes.
Yeah. It's crazy. Oh my God.
Sorry, I wasn't dialed into every single snap of that one because I thought it was going to be a snooze. It, of course,
so you
wasn't.
only texted me in the fourth quarter. Got it. All right.
That's correct. I had a previous commitment.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to make a mental note of that for later on. Neutral arbiter of college football as you are.
I am.
No, it was just such a disaster, and I was so unimpressed with what Jed Fish tried to do to counter what Wisconsin's defense threw out there. Because Herrings and I talked about this on a crossover last week. Wisconsin's pass rush is still more than solid, and it's just been overshadowed by an absolutely atrocious offense. I don't know how many of you guys know this, and I hate myself for putting this out there, but who can raise their hand and tell me who Wisconsin's leading passer was in this game?
The punter.
Fickle.
It was the
punter.
No.
It was the punter.
Oh,
That's a classic Big Ten football game right there.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We're Iowa Light. It's happening.
Is that a beer?
JV
God, Ryan
Iowa.
is so happy.
It tastes terrible.
Beautiful to see Ryan this happy. I got to say, you give me hope, Ryan.
Hold on.
Just give me hope.
You're just like
Jay, when you watch all this chaos unfold, do you just feel like that? I don't even remember what it's from. That meme that's going around of people of the guy getting really excited watching everyone else fight. Just yes, kill each other. You have nothing and I have everything.
Well, it's kind of comical because Sheehan's here on the day when Michigan State is not having wins right now. I saw one of those tweets earlier about Penn State, and I think it was right after I saw a tweet about them maybe losing. No, it was a video I saw of them maybe losing a recruit to West Virginia. And so I am kind of sitting here thinking, well,
context to that. Context to that.
We don't do context. No.
No, we don't have time for context.
This is the Big Ten squad, Seiko. Don't be silly.
Ahead of us.
But it's just weird that Ohio State and Ryan Day have found a formula. They recruited at a high level. They're not perfect, but they are dominating everybody. They have not struggled in any game at all. And even last week when I was at the game against Purdue, and we're following the score. All of a sudden, Penn State has the ball. IU gets the ball back, and then it's, a masterful touchdown. I'm thinking, well, that's great for them, but still, you almost lost the game. And so, but Ohio State's never been in a game where they almost lost. So it's weird sitting here right now and listening to all the chaos going on in the Big Ten.
Yeah,
this is like when my very wealthy and very successful lawyer friend comes to town to visit every once in a while just to check on things. Like,
We'll do it
except since it's you coming here, it'd actually be like you going from your house to his mansion and being like, "Wow, this must be great."
They just drop by, see how things are going.
Yeah, you must be having a lot of fun. Real quick, Goins, never a doubt, right?
Never, ever. Not against Iowa, not against Oregon, not against Penn State. Never a doubt. I will never pick against Kurt Cignetti until he gives me a reason to do so.
Yeah, all right.
Hold on. Did you pick against them last year when they played Ohio State?
Of course not.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. I don't know why I wouldn't have.
Okay.
I think I picked against them against Notre Dame, too.
Receipts.
But, yeah. You can go back and look.
Look at Jay going back in the memory bank there. Back in the mental time machine. There is a whole other slate of games because it is that wonderful time of year. We'll be picking every game in the Big Ten with a full 10-man squad. I'm sure we'll all agree on everything all the time. Stick around, won't you? First, this episode brought to you by our friends at FanDuel. The NBA is back, and there's no better place to get in on the action than FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Even if you miss the start of the game or want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. It keeps every game exciting, especially when your team's making that late push. We're about to go over every game that is worth going over in the Big Ten this week. And those lines, of course, provided by our friends at FanDuel. If you think you know better than all of us, or perhaps some of us here at the Locked On Big Ten Squad, how those games are going, what the final scores are going to be, you can put your knowledge to the test with FanDuel. That's the place that you want to do it at because you've got points. You got the point spread, you have got point totals, you have got money line, everything you could want, prop bets, futures bets, it's all there right now. FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets when your first $5 bet wins. So head to FanDuel.com to sign up and play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Let's get to week 12. How are we already here? This is probably seeming fast for some of us. And then for Seiko and Sheehan, it's seeming a lot longer. So,
I need this to be fast. It's fine. It's good.
Yes. Well, I was just talking about the entire season. We're going to spend plenty of time continuing to talk about college football here. But my favorite game of the week in the Big Ten is Iowa at USC. Trent, we'll start with you on this one. You seemed down about the Hawkeyes' chances earlier. Are you saying that you'd be the second team to let Oregon beat you twice? Yeah, you got to unmute yourself there, Trent, because if you're muted, we can't hear you. There you go, pal.
It's my first day. All right. Yeah, I'm down, and I'm down on Iowa's chances. Now, all season long, I stated that the most difficult game on the Iowa schedule was not preseason top 3 Penn State coming to town, not the Oregon Ducks coming to town. The most difficult opponent for Iowa was this road trip for USC, and there's a multitude of reasons. The biggest, Kirk Ferentz, Hayden Fry, both of them terrible on the West Coast. We all have the jokes about Rose Bowls, but even regular season games, Iowa has historically struggled when they make the move west. And you couple that with the way that USC plays, Lemon, an absolute game changer, obviously, the way they throw the football around. My only hope of this one is those little glimpses that we've seen, the growth out of this offense. It has to continue. Iowa cannot go into this game and win another 17-13 game, 13-10. They're going to have to score to beat USC. I still don't think they're well-equipped enough to do it, and I think that there is that lingering frustration after what happened. Mark Gronowski said after the game, he's never lost 3 games in a season in his career, in his life, and they took their 3rd loss of the season. I don't see bounce back here. I think USC wins this one comfortably.
Trent, are you saying that the Missouri Valley and the Big Ten are a different level of competition. Is that what it sounds like you're implying, or that Gronowski has learned?
Well, South Dakota State's also the Ohio State of the FCC. So,
The Ohio State? Boy, that's a powerhouse if I've ever seen one. Ohio State with Iowa's special teams. Whoa! Whoa! That's a unit right there.
They got more money than everybody else. They outspend everybody else, and that's why South Dakota State's so good, much like the Buckeyes is what I was saying.
Mark, how do you feel about your Trojans?
I feel pretty good. Although, tell you what, Trent, it might be more of an Iowa home game than you thought. It's going to be a downpour. It's going to be wet. It's going to be moist. They're expecting like 2 inches of rain. So we'll see. Here's the difference in the game. We know what Iowa is. They want to run the ball because they can't throw the ball. I'm shocked that you still have not had a 200-yard passing game this season. I mean, that's
why.
Are we?
Not this season. Not 3.
Well, quick, Mark, we'll let you get back to it, but quick show of hands. Who's surprised Iowa hasn't had a 200-yard passer this year?
I mean, just once.
they played Albany.
When he threw for 44 against Albany, Mark's right. I thought this guy can't pass.
Hey, that's more than Justin Fields in several games this year.
And he threw more than Dante Moore on Saturday.
Boom.
That is a true
Well, you got him on that.
That is a true statement. Dante just, won the game. Anyway, Mark, continue.
Yeah, this game's going to come down to, does USC stop Iowa's running game? And if they do, Iowa's in a heap of trouble.
All right, let's go rapid fire around here. Craig, who do you like, Hawkeyes or the Trojans?
First of all, I did not have Hayden Fry mentioned on my bingo card today. That was pretty good, Trent. I think ultimately, rain or no rain, USC's ability to throw and where Iowa can't throw, it'll make the difference because I think they'll both run the ball very well on Saturday.
Roman?
So I'm gonna take USC.
I agree with Craig. Give me USC.
Iowa in a look-ahead spot because they face Michigan State the following weekend. Give me the Trojans.
The classic, the ever-classic look-ahead spot. Ryan, Hawkeyes, can they pull the upset?
Yeah, in the rain they can. Iowa makes ugly things look pretty. If it's raining and it's ugly, give me Iowa on the road.
Wow.
Seiko?
Mark, when was the last time USC played in a rain game, especially out in LA?
They always play at least one rain game in November at home in LA. It's usually against Notre Dame. They played in the rain quite a few times this year, so it shouldn't be an issue.
Okay. That's what I wanted. Just wanted to double check on that. So then I'll go with USC covering.
Can I ask you a real quick question, Zach? Which loss?
Please don't. Please don't.
Which loss hurt more? Which loss hurt more? The one against Penn State, or against Indiana, or that one to UCLA?
Jesus.
The one Indiana or who?
UCLA.
UCLA. Oh gosh. In Indiana because there was a false sense of hope. I don't think that Penn State. But Penn State was leading against Indiana. They were never leading against UCLA. So.
Kick him while he's down, Mark.
Hey, Mark, how's the weather in LA? And then, well, thanks for asking, Zach. Talk to me about the pain that you've suffered.
Your team sucks.
What hurt the most?
Starting to feel a little bit right now. We're 7-2.
Yeah, Jay. Jay and Goins, you guys are the only hope left here on the metaphorical graphic for picking Iowa to win the game, because I too have the
Ryan just
sorry.
Ryan, he doesn't listen to you when you talk, but I do.
Thank you. I know you do.
I have to wear that one. That was
I'm
bad.
not saving
Terrible.
any metaphorical graphic that doesn't exist. I got USC.
Jay.
No, me either. If this game was at Iowa, I would pick Iowa to win, but not this time. Go Trojans.
28-17. I've also got USC. Just for fun. Roman, give me your upset concern meter this week against 0-7 Purdue going into Husky Stadium.
If all four of the offensive guys that I mentioned a little bit earlier don't play, I will be somewhat concerned. Washington is 16.5-point favorites. Shout out to our good friends over at FanDuel in this game. And I still like a lot of the talent that Washington has. Like, I looked at some of the backups in this game against Wisconsin. Adam Muhammad, the sophomore running back, really impressed me. Washington has some fun young wide receivers in Desmond Roebuck, Braden Vinesbank, Chris Lawson. See more of those guys. And then with what Washington can do on defense, especially with their cornerback quarterback pairing of Takario Davis and Ephesians Brysock, plus Alex McLaughlin, the safety, who's had a tremendous season. I have enough faith that the Huskies can get it done, but it'll go from like a 1 to like a 3, I would say. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think it's plenty fair. But before we break and then come back with more picks in the third segment, we're all going to go around. Who's more likely to win, Purdue at Washington or UCLA at Ohio State? Craig, you can start us off in the roundtable.
Well, that would have to be Purdue at Washington. What I didn't know, Ohio State ain't losing this weekend.
I don't think anybody's gonna pick UCLA.
Would anyone take UCLA, or has the hype train?
This is the whole reason that Spencer asked the question. See through the veil, people, please.
I don't know what veil
Roman,
you could.
I have Washington by 1 million. If that makes you feel any better.
It does. Thank you, Jacob. I appreciate that.
That's what Goins is here to do: kiss ass and try to get street
That's
cred.
not
But
about Washington. Spencer.
Wow.
Yeah.
no, it's just yeah.
He's just not paying attention to anything
Ducks
we're
by
saying
50,
over here
right?
today.
Right, Jacob?
What's that?
Ducks by 50, right?
Yeah, anybody? Yeah. Anybody by 50, 100 doesn't matter.
I
If
believe
they're
if
playing
you-
Purdue,
I
I'm
be-
picking them by 1 million.
Hey, teams that win by 1 or more point have a really good record, unless it's Michigan State from 2022 to 2024.
All 14, not even.
All 14.
More than 2 touchdowns
Sheehan, I
worth.
promise we're gonna pick that game when we get back.
You don't have to.
We are. No, we are. Someone's winning their first Big Ten game this week.
Here we go.
That's a big deal. We're getting to that, and whether Michigan is on upset alert to wrap up today's Locked On Big Ten Squad, which today is brought to you by our friends over at Supply House. When the opening whistle blows on a new repair, get your crew moving forward with Supply House. Order today and see parts on your doorstep tomorrow. Over 280,000 plumbing, HVAC, and electrical items from the most trusted brands in the business. Their real-time inventory and honest lead times keep you from punting projects, while their industry-leading customer service always has your blind side covered. If you need parts fast for a project, Supply House has next day delivery. You talk about a game changer. Does Michigan State have anyone that you describe as a game changer? Maybe not. But maybe one will show up this week and they will beat Penn State. But next day delivery with Supply House, that is a game changer for your business. Join the free Trademaster program today and score serious perks like priority shipping, lower prices, and a dedicated support line. Visit supplyhouse.com to sign up for free and use promo code SHCollege5 for 5% off your first order. That's supplyhouse.com. Real people, real service. Let's get to the smack talk that we've all been waiting for. 0-6 Sparty. 0-6 Penn State. Yeah, Sheehan feels good. He gets to go first. Matt, does Jonathan Smith get a win that, boy, he badly needs, unless you're going to, hire Brian Kelly?
Who cares? Who cares if they win this game? My God.
Land Grant Trophy, man.
God, I keep forgetting that. That's right. God, that does get me fired up. God, if that doesn't get the blood pumping, I'm fresh out of ideas. Look, we saw some cool things 2 weeks ago on the road. Alessio Milivojevic, of course, it's a household name. You guys all know who I'm talking about. But for those that are out of the loop, he was our backup quarterback to start the year. He gets his first start on the road against Minnesota, and against the best efforts of our own offensive line to get Mr. Milivojevic murdered in cold blood on that field in Minneapolis. Still had a pretty damn good game, I gotta say. North of 300 yards, had 1 touchdown, could have been 2 if there wasn't a drop, and then maybe even 3 if there wasn't a flag mysteriously picked up in overtime. But I digress. Any way you slice it, that's who we hang our hopes up with. Now, unfortunately, that's one position on the field, and there's a lot more into a football game, and we have shown that we're not up to snuff outside of really much positions at Michigan State. So yeah, that Land Grant Trophy is going back to Happy Valley.
Seiko, the fist pump.
He loves it.
The fist pump.
This is what it's all about.
To get to 3-6. Hey, winner also stays alive for bowl eligibility.
Cool.
Hey,
Cool.
don't you want another football game to cover?
Someone has to play in that game above Sports Bowl. It's got to be someone. So
Does bowl eligibility matter when that team's probably going to opt out because they're not going to have a team to take the field? Well, I guess the transfer portal doesn't. It opens a couple weeks after the fact because they'll get one of the early December bowl games in theory. So yeah, there's tons to play for here. I'll say this. Here's what I'm most excited about this game is the offense finally taking a step forward. Michigan State's defense is so bad. Ethan Grunkemeyer, first-time starter. He's in his second season, went up against a top 5 Iowa defense on the road, a top 1 Ohio State defense on the road, and then a Jacob top 10, top 15 defense at Beaver Stadium with Indiana. So for a first-time starter to go up against that gauntlet, and then where does Michigan State rank? Bottom 120?
I was like, yeah, in the Big Ten, it's certainly they're 19th in the Big Ten at all defensive metrics, but yeah, for national, it is in the 120s. It's really bad this year.
So somebody's scoring 30 in this game. It's either going to be one or both, and I'm thinking it's at least Penn State. So I like Penn State to win this one.
Look, I'm just more inclined to be interested in a battle of 0-6 teams than Maryland going to Illinois and UCLA.
TV. On CBS.
3:30. Yeah. That's right.
That's incredible stuff.
Granddaddy of them all, guys. That's right.
That's truly incredible. But UCLA to Ohio State, Wisconsin to Indiana, Minnesota to Oregon on a Friday night. Oregon's probably got the most upset potential of any of those games. But we're gonna wrap up today's squad with this. What Herrings are?
Yeah, let my guy Ryan talk about his Badgers. Come on, I want to hear it.
Yeah, go ahead.
While on mute.
Let me cook here a little bit. Let me cook. So the line opened up at 30.5. That has quickly come down to 29 as the Sharks have piled on. The Federal Reserve has opened up, and that cash is going on the Badgers. You have a little bit of action here if you want to get in on it.
It's a lot of points.
It's come down into 29. They're starting.
Chris Paul hits 3 to cut deficit to 42.
They're starting to feel it a little bit in Madtown. All I'm going to say is the Badgers have played much better since the vote of confidence that many people mocked for Luke Fickell. Since they said he's the guy, the team has turned it around a little bit. Indiana's a little banged up, coming off an emotional game, maybe a little bit of a letdown situation. Listen, let's go. Badgers covered.
Wisconsin.
You hear that, Goins? You should be shaking in your boots.
I'm trembling, man. I'm so worried. I mean, 29.5. I mean, what happens if it gets down to like 28.5? Then what?
Tomorrow, by game time, it's 27.5, and we're cooking.
And then Indiana covers because they win by 4 touchdowns. I love it.
Trent, has Iowa ever been a part of a game with a 28-point spread?
Good question. Wow.
Yeah. Ohio State, I think, relatively recently. Maybe not. Well, they have. I mean, you got to go back to the beginning of the Kirk Ferentz era. Well, but 28. No, it's been a really long time for that one. We just keep it close and then lose in heartbreaking fashion.
Yeah, I got the sense that conversation was going over your head. 28-point spreads, like whoosh. That doesn't. At either end, that's just not an Iowa thing. But let's wrap the squad show today with a game that I think is fun, interesting. I don't know if there's the upset potential some people want to see, but Craig, give me your outlook. Michigan going to Northwestern as an 11.5-point favorite. Talk about a slugfest.
Listen, I tend to not have Michigan covering a lot, no matter who they play, even the pre-conference games where they're 28 points or 20 points, because they run so much, they have fewer possessions, they usually don't cover. I do have enough respect for Northwestern. This game's at Wrigley Field. I know that one of Michigan's top 2 running backs is hurt. Maybe Northwestern keeps us inside the number just a little bit, a closer game than people expect. Michigan obviously still wins.
Mark, USC's best win this year, probably Michigan, 31-13 at home. Give me a score prediction here for the Wolverines and the Wildcats.
I'm going Northwestern with a 1-point win.
Oh!
Whoa!
Whoa! Upset alert. Roman, are you sticking with your purple brethren here?
Absolutely not. I'm not that foolish. This Michigan front seven has really impressed me this season. Give me Michigan 24-10. Let's go with that. They cover.
Sheehan, Northwestern, if they win this game, will become bowl eligible, which might be the statement of the day here at the Locked On Big Ten squad. Give me your score prediction.
Oh, it's going to be something weird, like Michigan 16, Northwestern like 14, but not the traditional 2 touchdowns. It's going to be like 4 field goals and a safety to get up to that number. So it'll be a weird one in Wrigley.
And you said you got a stat for us?
I do have a stat. This is how great the slate is for the Big Ten. Hey, Michigan State versus Penn State, one of the 2 games that are single-digit spreads. There are more spreads that are north of 25 points in the Big Ten this week than there are single-digit spreads. So catch the Big Ten football fever, guys. That's right.
Nice.
That's what we've all got right now. Nobody has that more than Ryan. Michigan, Northwestern, who you got?
That's
The
right.
season's just getting going, baby. Like now we're really cooking now. Yeah, close game, 17-13. I agree with Craig. I think Michigan wins. I think Northwestern, covers. It's just a weird spot. It's a weird place to play. Give me Northwestern to cover. Michigan win.
Seiko.
Michigan's coming off a bye week, and Bryce Underwood is a 5-star the last time I checked. That's the time for those young and up-and-coming players to take a step forward. Michigan by at least 2 touchdowns.
Jay, do you want Michigan to just have all the wins in the world going into the game later this year and just have it be hyped to the extreme? They're battling for a playoff spot. Is that what you want, or would you rather they lose this game and are just looking to make Ohio State their Super Bowl again?
Well, when they came into the game and they were trying to get bowl eligible, they found a way to win. And so maybe Ohio State has a better chance if they win the next 2 and then just get beat down by Ohio State down the road. I think Michigan's going to win this one. I'm not going to go crazy. 21-17. Maybe that's too many points for Northwestern, but I think it's how it's going to be in Wrigley this weekend.
Goins and Trent, you guys finish it off for the week.
Yeah, I like 20-10 Michigan. Northwestern to keep it close and cover, but Michigan to win just on talent alone.
Iowa played at Wrigley against Northwestern a couple years ago. One thing, you guys have a lot of low scores. 41.5 the total at FanDuel. Like the under in this one. These field conditions are terrible for football. It is going to be ugly, sloppy, and for Michigan, you just want to get out of there, not just with the win, but healthy, something that is tough on that crappy field.
Nobody loves an under like Trent Condon at Locked On Hawkeyes. That is
Lot of
just
money
standard
to be made.
operating procedure, baby. Hammer the under no matter where it goes. Craig Sheeman, Locked On Big Ten. Mark Colkin, Locked On USC. Roman Tomashoff, Locked On Huskies. Matt Sheehan, Locked On Spartans. Ryan Herrings, the one win, Locked On Wisconsin Badgers. Zach Seiko, soon to be one Big Ten win, Locked On Nittany Lions. Jay Stevens has more than one win at Locked On Buckeyes. Jacob Goins, the same at Locked On Hoosiers. Trent Condon, Locked On Hawkeyes. I'm Spencer McLaughlin from Locked On all over the place. We will see you next time, everyone. Until then, hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.